Like, share, subscribe.
An explosion in the early to mid 2000s of AGs, right? Young women having children pushing strollers with AGs beside them. And if anybody doesn't know what an AG is an aggressive, a lesbian. They look like Little Wayne. Wayne. Wayne.
Weezy. Mixtape Weezy.
Yeah. Weezy F Baby.
That part.
You said what?
Coochie.
Or data kiss. And this is no disrespect. Or chameleonaire. Or chameleonaire. Or chameleonaire, yeah, right? So, and we scratching our heads trying to figure this shit out. We like, yo, because look, they'll tell you this. They like, yo, you know, the doctor tell you that after you have a child, you shouldn't have sex for at least, what did they tell you, 6 to 9 months or something like that?
What? No, 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks. All right, my bad, shit, you know. So we like, yo, how are you making sexual life preference decisions and you got a newborn? Yeah. It's like you went from the woody to the plastic that quick. And because the AG is holding it down like she's the baby father.
Facts.
Right? I'm talking about security. Can't nobody come around the carriage. She's doing manly shit. She got the woman with the stroller working on the inside. She's opening doors for her. She's doing everything the niggas don't do no more.
Right.
You can't holler at her. Ain't no cat calling. None of that.
Cat
right?
Calling. Got the blink.
She running down. She want the fade and all that. You gonna respect mine. They was putting it in. Right? No disrespect. They was holding shit down.
Down.
You like, yo, how does this even happen? How is she making these life decisions? Based on what? Like, how they swooping in? And it's like, okay, is she exercising the fact that she's replicating a Terminator seed? That she's just having one seed and automatically she's switching up? And then it's 30 degrees, 20 degrees outside. These shorties got their coats open with the shirts cut off at their belly, showing they belly rings. It's 20 degrees outside, my nigga. And the niggas is walking around with their pants low,
right?
And they drawers showing.
Yeah.
Now, when I grew up in New York, we was invested in shearling, sheep's coats, long coats, polos. Look, niggas would have layers on: 3 sweaters, a scarf, a goose, goggles, snow caps, isotoners, 40 belows, and 3 socks.
And some gilding, right? A gilding sweatsuit.
Right?
Niggas had layers.
Niggas had layers. And there was a reason for that. Because there was something called Jack Frost and the Hawk that did not play no games. And if they got into your back, right? You was going to have a flu, nigga. You was going to be down for the count. You was going to have a cold in your system. Right? That Jack Frost getting you the shit, you could feel it in your bones.
That's a fact.
So what is these little niggas on? They have not been through nothing. They ain't been up north, right? They ain't do times in the mountains. They ain't spend the motherfucking yard. But here they are outside with no scarf on. They coat fully open. Niggas got tank tops under a goose with their pants hanging, with their drawers showing, and all of that wind going up their shaft.
Yeah, that's all GMO, man.
And they ain't even blinking. That's all GMO. So humanity has already been genetically modified and prepped for this period in time when they're just introducing the microchip to the plastic. That's all they're doing.
Right. That's
what
what
they're doing.
It's
so interesting that she, of all people, would show up to the party and ask questions. You can't make this shit up.
Right. They're like, hold on, sister. You glitching. Like,
hold
on. You glitching.
Ain't you one of us?
It's some Truman Show type shit. They taking her offline. Henceforth, how fast they snatch her page. Like,
So you got the whole, what's it called, Brazilian butt lift industry.
BDL.
Industry.
No, BBL.
Industry. It's a fucking industry at this point. Okay? We can't say that she is responsible for that.
Oh, she's the Martha Stewart of it, though.
But she's partially responsible for it. I got an article for her. I put it up the other day. It was probably from 2015. She said that she feels partially responsible for the prostitution era.
Right.
Right? In the plastic body era. She took blame for it. She understood the metrics.
That's her
She's
work.
like, oh, this is my work. I did this.
Nothing.
Right? The excessive lesbianism, because she promoted herself as a lesbian artist who wasn't into cat.
Right.
So that was her marketing scheme. Like 50s was smoking weed and drinking liquor when he didn't do none of that.
Right.
So these were all marketing schemes, just like her augmentation was a marketing scheme. I don't think that she was the one responsible for that. I can get the skinny on it and be back tomorrow with official receipts. I just got to make a phone call or two. I think that that was her thing that she decided on. That was either Fendi or Baby.
Right.
Okay? And now we have what we have. So again,
they were
the
protesting.
young ladies. Huh?
She had Barbies at the CDC today.
The Barbies ran down, right? So again, okay, so then this is another factor about her that we can't ignore or overlook, right? Outside of her and Beyonce, who else has the biggest hive online? We're talking internet, right? They are in fear of people who have social media
armies,
platforms. They can weaponize their following and send them out like killer bees and create, right, a storm, which can ultimately lead into something that they can't contain or control. So we're looking at it one way. They're totally different. They're like, we can't afford to let this get out of control because she has too much influence over people, right, who are notorious trolls. This same individual that we're talking about, right, who people been talking about as of lately, who you said that, because I had a goddamn cowboy hat on. This nigga was a troll in Nicki Minaj's whole demonstration. Right? She birthed Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X started out in that army. He was one of her biggest stands.
He was a moderator, I think.
Yeah, but he was a Minaj stan.
He was a bar, yeah. Bar.
And a moderator. He had the wrench. You know what I'm talking about? And yes, he on that camp. Henceforth, where does he get trolling 101? Where did he cut his teeth in the trolling world? Through the barbs. He's a master troll. He got niggas talking about him so much that his he's basically, in a lot of people's he's trending all the time now based off of his antics.
Yeah. So you got Sheether, right? You got Ray on stage. You got Nicki Minaj in play. They on Nas' birthday. Fat Joe, Gyro. I mean, like I said, Vander Holyfield on that. I mean, all of this shit is all a narrative.
Right.
It's all a narrative. It's all pieced together. You got to peel the layers back and see, okay, what is this convo with the Cosmos version that I'm having? What's this week's entry looking like?
Right.
Because, goddamn it, every week is something new. Right? Not to mention, yesterday was Yom Kippur.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yom Kippur.
L'chaim.
And it's like people who have been disrespectful to Hebrews wasn't a good look yesterday. It was a good look.
Yes. So, what would you say ultimately is the reason why the censorship is taking place? Not Nikki, not just for Homegirl, but also the other, because she was implying that in order to get into the Met Gala, you had to have the Dabbington, right?
Absolutely.
And then by proxy, everybody that you saw lining up with taking the pictures and whatnot, they were going kind of viral. You're like, wait a minute, y'all are that thirsty that you are actually you got that shit in your body? So I was kind of, I was like, all right, so it's really showing you that that whole industry, all of those people melanated and call themselves Democrats, that they waving the flag, because this has become, this has become across the aisle type of thing, but it's mostly, people in that with that blue type of energy that are
Bro, they over here, they under the deodorant.
under.
You understand? It's get down to lay down. And it's like, again, the throughway, because I ain't finished. If I'm going to go in, I might as well go all the way there. And again, y'all, this is not being disrespectful with my observations and my dissertations. I don't want to offend anybody. That's not my objective. I'm laying it out as I see it. And I got receipts, right? So I don't have to apologize up front. Don't allow me to trigger you. That's not what I'm here to do. But I do want you to see this shit. So again, there's an entire contingency of people who are already dependent on the medical field, the medical establishment, because they are depending on it to hold form. So we're not just talking about people who's getting Brazilian butt lifts and plastic surgery. You know what I'm saying? That's one aspect of it. But the trans community, right, is totally dependent on medical and science. So the medical mafia and weird science, right, is responsible for that creation, because they cannot be able to hold form without being dependent on science and medicine. So they're already in bed. They can't even deviate from it if they wanted to. You feel me? So it's like, once you already have a subset of society that's loyal to the experimentation of science and medicine, come the individual, again, because you're seeing them empowering them politically, right? Yeah, you're seeing them already putting on for them. They blue gang.
They're deputizing them.
They're finally making them feel like what? They utilize privilege to turn niggas out.
They did.
Let's take a look at this. Two-pronged, right? The trans community, right? They turned them out with privilege. They brought them to the table, said that y'all one of us. We're giving you full protection under this federal government. Yeah. Do your shit. Matter of fact, run crazy in this bitch, right? We're going to open the door to the house that you've been previously locked out of, and we want you to run ramshot, right? So they're going for the baby. They just wilding out, right? Just dumbing out, right? Rock out, right?
Right.
So that's putting them in line, right, for what the ultimate agenda is, which is transhumanism. Okay? Because if I could put some hormones in you, if I could put some surgery on top of that, and then I can tell you I got the upgrade, right? Yeah, here's the upgrade. To make sure that shit never come back. You want to finalize your surgery?
Put some genetics.
Yeah, put these genetics in, put these nanogenetics in you.
Right.
Because the genetics is already there by way of the hormone, all of that.
Right.
Augmentation. So you have artificial intelligence, you have artificial ingredients, then you have augmented identities. These niggas is AI.
Right.
Right? And they will be the first iteration of how they're going to fuse cybergenetics directly into people. Right? And they with the shits. So how are you empowering a populace of people who are not going to propagate that power by passing it on to no progeny? They don't even have children. You got all of this political power that you're not even building legacy with to pass it on to nobody. Right? But the people who got children, they in a fight for their life because these niggas is coming for the babies. I put the article up, right? They said that they want to put Jamington in the babies by November.
I saw that.
Okay? And that's what we've been telling you. This thing is about the children. It's about incapacitating the adults, right? And utilizing privilege and taking privilege away. This is all a privilege game. Just last year, these same Negroes was marching talking about white privilege, right? And all along, it was just something that they fetished. They didn't want to destroy it, right? Who wants to be an American and not enjoy the fruits of Americana? These niggas just want to, they just want to level up in the game.
Henceforth, the plot for this new Matrix, it involves Cypher. It's a group of people who decided to do what Cypher did, to go ahead and eat the steak, and then it's about the other group of people who decided to live in Zion against their means and whatnot. But go ahead, continue.
Oh, and we already know, that's what this is about. That's where this thing is going, right? These people are eating the steak. People are eating the steak wholesale. You feel me? And it's like, nigga, are you going to sign up for the oats? Right? Remember, y'all, Neo had to eat the motherfucking, the steel oats?
Steel oats.
With the sea moss gel inside of that shit to get his nutrients. I ain't know that he was eating sea moss, did you?
Right.
Huh? This nigga was eating slop. Man, what is that slop? Nigga, it's sea moss. Sea moss. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, with all that being said, you know what I'm saying? They done turned niggas out with privilege. So then now the new privilege class, because it's no longer, y'all niggas did your thing last year and you destroyed white supremacy, right? So white privilege ain't where it's at no more, nigga. It's that Jabbington. That's the new privilege class. Right? It ain't based on skin color. It's not based on social aspects of saying, oh, I got a bankroll. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. You got a bankroll and you ain't with the program, nigga, they destroying you.
Right. It's
right?
the selling
And
versus the unselling.
you. You can't buy your way in. It don't matter. The bread ain't gonna cut it.
Right.
It's about, is you gang or not?
And
is you gang, nigga?
Yeah, and gang is like when you get in the gang and you get branded. So the branded is that Jabbington, the Jabberwocky.
Yeah, you can't be a chew dog without that goddamn branding on you.
Yeah, without that branding on you.
You feel me?
Without that cattle branding. That's the brand.
You need that cattle branding. So now the brand is that, it's that thing.
That thingamajang.
And then and then the hierarchy or the pecking order is like, nigga, how many of them things you got? That shit gonna be like notches on the belt. That shit gonna be like M's in your bank.
Right. I got 10.
6 of them bitches.
I'm 10 up. Yeah.
Nigga lit.
I'm gang. I'm 10 up. I got 10 of them things. I'm gang. They like, oh, you gang.
Oh, you gang for real.
Yeah.
Right? That's gonna be the new, watch y'all, by 2023,
that's the new VIP.
When they go into this election shit, they're gonna be like, yeah, my candidate got 6 or 7 of them shit. Ah!
Right.
So I'm gonna be branded like, yeah, I got AstraZeneca, I got Pfizer, my shit Moderna, right. You know how they had the MMA fighters?
J&J on my neck.
Nigga had attacks and all that. Come on, son.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I wanna it's my baby's birthday right now. I wanna wish my baby a happy birthday.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's Virgo season. You know what I'm saying? The Virgos and shit.
Drop the bomb.
Doing the Virgo twerk. Yay. Yeah.
That Virgo.
It's brother Rich born day right now too.
Yeah, shout out to Father Rich.
I think
Wisdom Bella. She had one last week.
Yeah, shout out to Wisdom Bella. They said that they disowned Malik Yoba. I think it's his born day too.
It's still canceled, right?
I said they disowned him, right?
Yeah.
That nigga was a year off, man.
Malik Yogurt, he should have held on. Right. He's a year off.
A year off, man. He finished. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, man. Interesting times. Very interesting times. But we in them times nonetheless. It's exciting, it's interesting, it's exciting. For some people, it's very frightening, and I empathize with that.
Right.
I empathize with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a lot, that's going into life decisions that people are making that are critical right now, and it really got people in some weird places. They really got them in some weird places, and it's not enough to be like, I don't ever want to be the I told you so. Like that's not a firm position that I would want to be in a situation like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wish you the best, in your decision making process, because it's all gonna, if nothing else, we always say that this is gonna come down to you and your decisions.
Perfect.
And I'm not even in a place to even attempt to shame you for a decision that you make. It hurts, but I understand. At the end of
That's
the
a
day,
fact.
I can only account for what I know that I'm not willing to do.
That's what I'm saying.
My
And
own personal demonstration. There's gonna be a
right.
lot of heartbreak, right? A lot of heartbreak. Like niggas gonna see shit that they can't believe. Like, damn, son did it. Sure, she did it too.
Right. And I
But
feel
you
that,
gotta,
you know,
some
by
compassion, y'all. Like,
yeah,
have some compassion.
compassion is key.
Understand they got hooks in these people. You know what I mean? And they twisting them now. And this shit is not pretty. It's ugly as fuck. And it's
Yeah.
unfortunate that it got to this place.
But you don't want to practice arrogance. You don't want to be pompous. You don't want to rub anything in anyone's face. You don't want to brag, about the fact that your sperm is like cocaine right now, high value. Unsullied sperm is at an all-time high. Is that right, Blue?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that shit hot like melanin for the
It's a whole market right now for that unsullied skeeter. But and I would also encourage the men to find a way to preserve, your blood and your DNA. If you decide to if you have to do that, I would say freeze. Probably freeze your clean sperm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Go
Free. Yeah.
document. Yeah, you're freed up. You know what I'm saying? Sperm first, and even your blood. So you can make a comparative analysis at some point in your life if you have the ability and the access to do such. To look at your
Years from now.
microscope.
Yeah, 2.5 to 3 years from
down
the
the
day of you
road,
taking it.
because
Down the road.
this is about the long game. We started the year speaking with a populace of people about long-term investments. So the conversation this year already started 10 years down the road. Niggas was in 2021 talking about 2031 as a prospect.
With the crypto.
Yo, I'm putting this shit away for 10 years for my seed. So we've already projected ourselves into the future 10 years. Now you gotta figure out how to get your vessel there. You know what I'm saying?
In order to cash out.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because more than your baby getting your escrow or what have you, your baby really needs you there. So you got to figure out how to navigate through this landmine. And it's going to be based on the decisions that you make, and having enough vision that those decisions, at least it's a chessboard. You got to be 3 or 4 moves ahead. You can't be going, move for move, nigga. You these niggas is playing asymmetrically. They moving 4 pieces at once.
Right.
They is. You know what I'm saying? And there's pushback, that's taking place. We can see it, we can see it amongst the civil servants, the police, the doctors, firefighters, the health,
the medical staff,
teachers,
the medical field,
right?
the teachers.
We can see that there's some level
there's
of
a resistance. There's pushback.
You know what I mean? But what is your demonstration gonna look like? in your personal space and place. Um, Science of Self at Science of Self on IG. At Got Censored, which is Rizza Islam's page. I'm putting this out because the brother Supreme Understanding came up with a book. It's a resourceful book. They got 1,000+ pages in it, and it's free.
Right, and it's
you
free.
can download it. They got exemptions for every state, right? Medical and religious. There's mad angles in there for you to figure out how you gonna play this thing out, how you gonna navigate it.
And
you know what I'm saying?
This is another thing too. The spirit is telling me to share this. Family, back to the whole thing about not practicing arrogance, right? You don't have to announce to the world your status, right? Same way that people don't run around announcing their HIV status to the world or their cancer status and things of that nature unless they start wearing pink. But it is important that you get ahead of the quote-unquote propaganda, right? With me and Blue and KT, shout out to KT, the Arts Degree. I suggested everybody that's watching this tonight go and join his Patreon. I believe it is kttheartsdegree.com, because he already has done 2 very thorough, heavily researched dissertations in the last 2 weeks about the solutions. And that's somebody who is highly trusted. He's recommended highly. That's my younger brother, but he's recommended highly by not just Red and the Blue Pill, by many other reputable people in this community and this network, right? So my duty and Blue's duty is to get ahead of a lot of information and just saturate, put it out there, spread it, right? Because if this information could get in front of the false information or the fear campaign and other things that is this creating people, this because when you have to make decisions, you need reference points. When you have to make decisions, you need you need to be able to weigh things out, right? We're in the Virgo, we're going into Libra with the scales. We have to be able to weigh it out. If the people don't have, if the scales are unbalanced because they are censoring any forms of truth, they're heavily censoring any type of opposition. They're censoring question asking, as you can see that was done, the example that was made out of Nicki Minaj, who I would say is definitely facing her karma. There's a lot of people that are facing their karma these days, but nonetheless,
getting their wake-up call, right?
Getting their wake-up call, right. They're getting their, and in their wake-up call, we can say is their quote-unquote karma, because we know that the ancestors at the end of the day are divinely paying retribution to a lot of people who are out of line in front of our eyes. But, Blue, how important is it for those of us who consider ourselves to be teachers and researchers to, stay on top of this? Because I've said to certain people that the information that you have is not for everyone, especially if they're not asking for it. You have to be mindful of invading people's quote unquote, the peace that they find in their ignorance, or the peace that the bliss in not knowing, or the bliss that they find in being in the delta state or the brainwave, whereas they don't want to do the research or they don't want to learn and whatnot. But to preserve your energy and your information and your passion for the student who comes seeking, and as the teacher, because imagine how many women now of the quote-unquote Barbie ecosystem or whatnot may even, on your job or at your school or wherever you're at or in your household, they may be like, you know what, I'm willing to hear something. Give me a fact so I can arm myself, because they on Twitter going to war with the other, with the rest of the world.
So you're saying how important is it for teachers to teach right now?
Yes.
It's imperative. What
in
else
lieu,
should they be doing?
In lieu of the mandate that, of course, most teachers know, not even subconsciously, that you're not supposed to talk about this. We'll give you a bunch of shit to gossip about. There's easy topics that you can hit. YouTube and Google is paying out for chatty pattyisms and shit like that.
I mean,
another thing,
again, there's obviously going to be people that gravitate towards that. It's like stay in your lane. They might be good at that.
Right.
Those are safe things. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy to find you a punching bag and just keep punching it. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you choose to accept this assignment, to execute it thoroughly, because there's a lot that weighs in the balance. Again, these are people's life decisions, and regardless of which way it goes, they're gonna point their finger at you. If you help them out, you might not get the credit, and that's cool, right? Because I'm sure that you're not in it for the credit, but let you fuck around and fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gonna get you gonna hear about that. So triple check your information, share it, right? And also, so you don't get designated and totally targeted. Stand on your facts. If you're gonna share something, make sure it's not a rumor. Make sure that it's vetted, that it can stand up against any level of scrutiny, either by the trolls or the fact finders. You know what I'm saying?
Or the platform.
Or your auntie, yeah.
Right. Or your fam.
Yeah. And if find ways to cut through the algorithm by speaking on things that make sense. You feel me? And what makes sense to one person might not make sense to the next person.
Straight up.
If you find it a reasonable question to ask, press the gas. Keep asking it. Don't become a troll. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like he was saying about the pompousness, the others, the folks over there is hella pompous.
They playing dirty.
Dirty.
They're making fun of dead people and everything.
Yeah, they hella pompous. You know what I mean? They talking crazy. They talking greasy. Again, because they have been infused with privilege. The system churned them out and gave them an inkling of privilege. So now they get to act like white people, and they are going crazy.
Right.
This is what they've always been waiting for.
Right.
Right? They're going to go ham. Don't get caught in a line of fire. Don't get bodied by it. Don't get caught by the Sentinels. Yeah, or the Agent Smiths.
Don't get caught by the Agent Smiths and the Sentinels. Please.
Feel me?
Because they drilling.
They drilling. They out here catching bodies. You know what I'm saying?
They unplugging people from that matrix.
They unplugging you from that matrix.
Leo does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed.
So they, this is the matrix. We are in the matrix. They are unplugging people. You know what I mean? And we Red asked the question, and I've been repeating it ever since. We know what the matrix is. We know where the matrix is. But the question now is, where is Zion? You know what I'm saying? Where is Zion? And that's going to become the most pressing question. Not even Wakanda. Where is Zion?
It's not Wakanda.
Yeah, it's not Wakanda. So where is Zion? And the world is going to be a different place, in 2 or 3 months. It's going to be totally different. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be entering the field of needing help, of desperation and despair. They're going to cut a lot of people off. And, they've always wanted to create a permanent underclass. You know what I'm saying? They've always wanted to decimate and destroy the middle class. They don't have no problem adding on to the roles of the homeless population, even though you would think that that's something that they will help to mitigate, because those people potentially, right? Because the CDC put a moratorium on rents because they said, what? We add on to the homeless because those people can potentially become super spreaders and affect, COVID spread.
Right.
Oh, my bad. The thing, right? Shit crazy. We can't even say the word. Like, this is crazy.
Right.
This is crazy where we at. You feel me? And it's it's like we gotta keep coming up with excuses for crazy. And they want to turn the normal people to the crazy people. And
Somebody said, "Where's Van Jones?" Look, so they got 8,000 Haitians in Texas right now underneath a bridge. Right? The pictures on that is crazy. Brought 50,000 Afghanistans in. This is during a time where there's quote unquote a homelessness crisis. There's a housing crisis. The housing market is crazy. The rental market is crazy. They say they don't, you know what I mean? Certain states, there's an exodus, and then there's a quote-unquote rush on different states like Georgia and Florida and Texas. But they're bringing in all of these people. And then prior to that, the whole border, since whole Biden got in, the damn border done opened up. So there's waves of people coming in daily. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is, like, what's really going on? You know, it's about to be crazy.
I would suggest go catch one of them Claude Anderson breakdowns when he's on Voice. Cause he be laying that out, you know.
Yeah,
again, that's your replacement, nigga. You know,
that's the buffer.
That's the replacement. That's the mod squad. You feel me? This is the you know, I don't even want to say it, but yo,
indeed, my brother.
You know, yeah, like find something other than entertainment to entertain you. You know, like you really gonna have to dig in, y'all. This is really about being studious and being coherent enough to see what's coming 4 or 5 steps down the road. You're gonna have to become your own personal decoder. You're gonna have to become your own visionary. You're gonna have to become your own prophet of your home, of your city, of your community, of your hood, or whatever. Right? But yeah, like for the sake of, you know, I can't even tell you that don't sound crazy in this crazy world when they sounding hella crazy.
Right.
You feel me? Just find you something that's firm to stand on and don't waver. You know what I'm saying? Don't waver. Don't allow the program or the matrix to make you cave and fold. Because they're gonna throw some heavy shit at you, bro.
They're already throwing sinks in kitchens.
They throwing sinks in kitchens.
My inbox from state workers and brothers and sisters that are in the field. I promise you, I got blue checks galore in my DM. I got a lot of people hitting me on my Proton mail, my Gmail, and on my inbox. And to the point where I got caught out there. I have to put it out there because I don't want the family to get caught out there as well. I got caught out there with a phishing scam the other day. Somebody caught me for like $500 because there's so many people that are asking for solutions that a close friend of mine got hacked, and then they were in my DM asking me, and I sent that shit thinking that I was, you know, being good-hearted because I don't want to see those close to me suffer. And come to find out, I got caught up in one of those scamming situations. And it's all good. It's a learning lesson, but I have to put it out there because I don't want y'all to get caught up in that. If you ever get a DM or an inbox from me, I would never ask any human being in my social media following via DM or anything for any type of money. I will contact you, or you will see me. You will see don't even trust the video sometimes. That could be a deep fake, you know, but you'll have to see me visually and you'll notice me. You know, don't ever fall for any type of DM. That's a scary situation. This sister has thousands upon thousands of followers, and they were sending everybody the same message. So if they got it from me, I can imagine if they got it from 20 other people, and that's a huge lick.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They're out here bodying people and, you know, laying them down with the compassion hustle.
The compassion hustle.
Yeah, don't fall for that. But there are gonna be real people that need your help, that are part of your family and your network and it's part of community. You know what I'm saying? That there's gonna be pull at your heartstrings. Full families with seeds and all of that is part of the network. That for whatever reason was not prepared for this. For whatever reason, again, no judgment.
Right.
For whatever reason, and they're gonna want answers. And again, that's this community gets called into question about leadership. You know what I'm saying? About things that wasn't done during times of preparation, and then the goofy shit that's going on right now that we find ourselves, looking at this thing like, I don't want to get caught up in that. You feel me?
Super goofy.
Yeah, like
super downstairs.
People, I wish I was in position to have like a 16, 18, and 20 unit, because I know that's what's coming. We're gonna need to be able to house people. You feel me? And allow them to get into their skill set bag, or until they learn this trading or they learn this crypto. Like, everything is gonna have to be learned all over again.
What I won't do is I won't ever close the door on, a crowdfunding campaign. I won't ever close the door on actually putting together something tangible and going for it. I'm not going to sit back, and I'm not going to attempt to do something solution-based in these days and times, knowing what the people need, and also knowing that those people could get what they need. It's just about, coming together, getting a tight enough think tank shit out, putting a plan together that's tight, and putting it out there. Like, I'm in solution mode. I'm in such solution mode, like I said, that I'm actually not going to talk about it. I'm going to be about it. Like, I'm moving closer to people who I know who can make shit happen in these days and time. It doesn't, it will not benefit me to sit around and not be surrounded by active individuals, and we're working towards solutions on a daily basis. Right at this point, this is not. I have to get out of my comfort zone. So, I would highly suggest for the family members. It's tribe time. It's time to get around people who are not going to waste your time and help you. Feed into your vices that are time wasting, because the highest commodity in time is your time, is your attention, is your energy. Right? You're willingly giving away free energy. You're willingly letting other situations, distractions, suck up energy. You're letting energy vampires strengthen off of you, get their name up off of you, take life from you, and putting it into them and their brand and their name and their movement and their channel, and all kind of shit's going on. It's a lot of shit taking place. You niggas are still lingering on Clubhouse to this day. I don't understand. It's a bunch of shit going on. People have failed in a department of nation building, coming together, solution based, all kind of shit. Where's the report card? Don't be afraid to roll that out. Motherfuckers is looking at politicians and all kind of other shit when y'all belong to a network in a community that's supposed to be scrutinized heavier than the politicians. You should not be satisfied with the conditions and the results that you see taking place all around you. Not when the potential and the potentiality is so big.
And it's if there's a line that has been drawn, there's cords that have been cut. You know what I'm saying?
Bridges have been burned.
Bridges have been burnt. You got to be very serious in these times. This is not a playtime. And you have to be able to really manage your time, and discern between what's what and who's who. You can't afford to be into something that's not going to be rewarding to the time that you're spending it. You know what I mean? You can't afford to invest in something that's not going to yield no returns. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is...
And while you being skeptical about crypto, you can't afford not to know it, though. You can't afford not to know DeFi, And these things were presented and shown to you, when in times of peace. So now when things is a little bit more difficult, it might be harder to get hold of somebody like Chicago Crypto or whoever has been in the community disseminating this information. This is crunch time now. Shit is real. You know what I'm saying?
Well, one of the most one of the more beautiful things about this platform and what we stand for, and what we're known for, is to bring forth solutions, pull students from the audience, and give them an opportunity to become teachers and share information and results and formulas, with the family, the same way that we would when we introduce the Chicago cryptos of the world and other brothers and sisters to this platform. So I have a brother with me tonight, Brother Mansa Mooks. He's about to come through, and we're going to be, he's going to briefly talk about an upcoming workshop that we have at the end of the month that's going to be dealing with full solutions, applicable things, day trading, types of income streams that you don't have to have Jabberwocky in order to participate in. The type of streams where you don't have to be there physically. The type of streams that cannot require your status and learn about your medical history. That will not impede you being compensated for your time and your efforts. So those streams are going to become very dependent on brothers and sisters who are making their life decisions and making their choices and whatnot. This is the adding on to make sure that the scales are balanced. You know what I mean? So instead of speculating about it, we're going to bring the brother forth and let him talk his talk and whatnot. So can you let the get in touch with you, Blue? Let them know about your IG lives, because a lot of people, I don't even know if they know that you go live every other day. You drop tons of information. That last live that you did yesterday was fire and whatnot.
Yeah, at Blue Pillar 44, Blue Pillar PILLAR 44, the same way that my name is spelled on here. That's how you can find me on Instagram. The same way, right? Not the clone way, because I got mad different versions of how they spelling my name with all them clone pages.
Right.
It's spell it how you see it. You might have to spell it all the way out, but that's how you're gonna find me on there. And yeah, we go, if not every day, every other day. And some of them make YouTube, Red might post some of them every now and then. But you can go back to the page and check the archive out, or just do the push notification so you can get informed when we do live ones. Because it's so much information. And I thoroughly researched this information. It's thoroughly vetted. I'm part of a network where, credible information is being pumped to us, filtered to us to disseminate to a larger audience. I just got out of IG jail. I ain't wasting no time. I'm busting my gun.
Me too.
Yeah,
brain the block.
Yeah, I'm spinning the block. So, check check it out.
I'm in a Hellcat, spinning the block.
Yeah,
make sure y'all hit the brothers' Cash App, all of the family in the building. Thank you for the Cash Apps that were coming in. By the end of the show, I'll try my best to read off the Cash Apps. Some people don't like you reading it off, but it's all good.
At goldwater.com as well.
Get y'all Goldwater.
Priority. GOLDE.
Fourth quarter.
GOLDEWATER. Goldwater.com. You have to prioritize yourself, your health, and you have to be responsible for yourself, because lives are caught, my niggas. We're going into those seasons where people traditionally, come down with something, and you're gonna be shamed just to be sick, because you can't go into social settings and what have you, be like, you got that thing, and you're just gonna be ostracized. It's gonna be very uncomfortable. So you don't even want to put yourself in proximity to that. You're gonna have to triple up on your vitamin B and your vitamin C. And summer's almost over. So how you gonna get these things? You gotta have your silver. You need your gold. You need your medicinal mushrooms. We got the offer. We got these silver masks as well on the site right now. Right? These has been selling like hotcakes. Right? Because they have silver ionized silver threading in them. 50% cotton, 50% silver. And it's an EMF right? It blocks 5G as well, okay? And it's reusable, right? It's reusable. You know, you can use these joints. I hit my silver, I spray the silver on top of them, right? Just in case.
Okay.
And my thing is like, yeah, like the way that they got shit, well, regardless of how you stand or what you stand, I'm still taking Lyft and Uber and, you know, getting on planes or what have you. And this is, you know, I found that as of yet.
Indeed. All right, my brother. I want to say thank you. All right.
Yeah, my nigga. Yeah, do your thing. Disseminate the information. Get in front of
Sir.
this thing. People need these resources and these answers. I appreciate
They
you.
do.
Thank you for bringing me in the building. Thank you for the audience, you know, for hearing me out. My nigga, just give me my minute. You heard?
Yes, yes.
Hey,
Damn it. Yo, damn it.
All right, peace, love, and light, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all. Peace.
Indeed. Peace. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The show is not over, y'all. We have one more guest that we're going to bring in here. We have one more guest that we're going to bring in here for tonight. Before we do that, though, I do want to remind the fam that we have the $99 deal still going for the bundle pack. This bundle pack is solutions, okay? This bundle pack is filled with solutions. You will get 3 lectures/workshops. One is 100 income streams. That is 6 hours. The other one is the evolution will be digitized, another 6 hours. And the next one is Strive and Thrive. We did that in January, and that's filled with a ton of information for all of my passion creator, my people from the passion economy, my creator economy, my gig economy, and also my quote-unquote influencer economy, along with other economies. You can tap in. You can tap into the options. You can take yourself out of the quote-unquote, the dependency of the corporate structure to feed you. Now, at the end of the month, we're going to open up more income streams. We're going to introduce to you more income streams. We're going to broaden the quote-unquote streams that we've been offering to the family and whatnot by having a workshop with a brother who is definitely doing his thing. This brother has been tapping in with us over the years and whatnot. He is a master student. He's been learning the game and applying it. And I'm going to bring him on board so he could teach our brothers and sisters the solutions that they need. So this is coming up at the end of the month. I'm going to have the link in the description for anybody that wants to be a participant of it. Everyone is invited. It is going to be live on Zoom only. It is a webinar. It will not be a live setting. If anybody is interested, hit me on the email, or you could click the link in the description. All right. So I'm gonna bring the good brother in, my brother Mansa. All right. Yes, sir. Let me go ahead and take this down. Peace, my good brother.
Peace, God. How you feeling, brother?
Oh, man, I can't complain. Maintaining, you know what I'm talking about?
I'm already
We in the
know,
building.
bro.
I'm highly blessed and favored and grateful to be here. Yeah, what about you?
Man, but this not even on no dick riding like fanboy type shit, but I I appreciate you for allowing me a space on your platform as a brother I've been watching. Uh, you was like you talk about Phil, Bobby, you talk about Phil, Bobby, Dr. Sebi, John
Right.
Henry Carter. You always like bigging up those elders who showed up.
That's teachers.
Yeah, the teachers. And like I told you, you have to realize you're that same person for other people. You feel what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
And
Yeah, I respect that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
I
when I
received that,
came
you
in,
know.
yeah, when I came in, it was Professor Griff was the first ever person, and then from there it was just like the seeds planted, Sebi, and then I found out about Blue, KT, um, Dr. Ali, um, a few other people, whatever. Like y'all my elders. You know what I'm saying? Y'all my
Right,
OGs.
right.
The OGs got elders, but y'all my OGs. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So
I appreciate
I
that.
gotta give credence to you. I told you my backstory with the health and what you and your family did for me. You know what I'm saying?
Let You can let the family know briefly if you don't mind.
Yeah, man. So I'm I'm like most black people down south. We have meat, breakfast, lunch, dinner. There ain't no everything meat involved. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But they
Super
got
Bowl.
yeah, super pause. So 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 we so yeah, man. So eventually I got up to probably like 280, 275 pounds, somewhere in that range.
Right, right,
Um impotent for like 2 months. I ran
right.
across I ran across rest in paradise Dr. Sebi. You know what I'm saying? Then I ran across y'all brothers, like some people I could really relate to more. Because the elders are the elders, but they got that generation that really can spark that fire in you. I mean, oh, I can do this too.
Right, right,
They look
right.
like me if I was doing this. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm talking about. It's the
I know
youth
what you're
pastor
talking
versus
about.
the deacon type thing. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right.
Like
Indeed.
on some brothers. So
Be
I'm
like, you
grateful
look
for you.
familiar.
Yeah, exactly that vibe. So it's like this video gonna play 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I ain't not trying to be on no Kanye shit. I don't know. I don't know what's going to transpire, but I can stamp this and sit there and say I'm grateful. That's in front of me. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to be on his platform.
Thank you, brother.
If it
Appreciate
wasn't
that.
for his family, I'm liable to not even be here today.
That's big. No doubt, man.
So
So
respect.
let the family, thank you, indeed. So I don't want to, I know that we have something coming up at the end of the month. You know what I mean? I want to
Mm-hmm.
briefly introduce you. We're
Mm-hmm.
going to do a whole show together before the 30th to really walk the people through as to what's going on. But as we all know, there's a lot of stuff going on in society right now. And then I see that there's not a lot of people who could provide solutions and be able to hold the hands of a lot of people. That how they had essential workers last year.
Yeah.
Well, I feel that the new essential workers are the financial literacy coaches and brothers and sisters who can help the family with their income streams and people away from the distractions and things that are not applicable to things that are applicable, meaning that I can wake up in the morning and apply this information the minute my eyes open up and I can get to the bag. So I want you to just briefly let the family know what it is that you do and what it is that you're going to be bringing to the table September the 30th.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Absolutely. So I'm gonna start out by saying his. I'm gonna start out by. You hear me, Red?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
gonna let you rock. I'm gonna turn my camera off for a minute.
Okay. Got that. So, um, I'm somebody that beat. Uh, I'm somebody that beat the system of poverty. I beat facing 25 years in jail for making wrong decisions based off of poverty. I've dedicated the last, you know, 3 to 4 years for being solutionary. I'm not a perfect person at all, but I have a lot of solutions, and the majority of my solutions lay in the field of finance. Um, Now, there's a few things me and brother Red Pill are going to be doing here coming up, and the basics of them. And I know they got a bunch of people selling you this and selling you that, and woo woo this and that. If you really want to come and experience somebody that has an actual feature that you can implement within the hour or the next day, this is the call you to be on. And so one of the, should I give them everything, Red, or just two?
You give them everything.
Okay.
You don't have to hold back.
All right, bet. So obviously obviously the option world is going crazy right now. Like people, options have been heavy in the street. We have a bunch of major influencers. But right now I have something where I'll be able to show you guys with the permission of the brother Red Pill, how to create like how to create what they call fuck you money. How to create mandatory vaccinations is not, you know what I'm saying? Like what is that? Like that type of creation type of, you know what I'm saying? On that type of kick with the options. And it's not no, yeah, you got to follow this plan, and try to build you and suck you into the next thing or whatever. We have some actionable intelligence that when you walk away from this program the brother Ray is putting together, if you just go sit there and apply it for a week, you'll be able to make money off of it. You'll be able to make money. That's what the options. That don't have nothing to do with the future side of things. On the future side, I'm killing it. I'm killing it on the future side. That's nothing to do with the DeFi bank space or DeFi crypto trading. Right? I put
break that down.
So DeFi crypto trading is going to be so all the money we have right now inside of Chase Bank, Capital One, Gemini, if it's on the crypto side, Gemini, Coinbase, what you may have, those are all centralized exchanges. Any gains that you hit or any potential profits that you have, Biden come and holler at you about that. He got to come see you about that. Yeah.
Right.
Same way he come and see you about your genome and your mRNA and your DNA, he got to come see what your digital DNA and mRNA look like, what your financial DNA look like. You feel what I'm saying? So the DeFi side allows for us to tap back into what Red and Blue was talking about, to tap back into that other side of that matrix, right? Because what did we have in the matrix, Red? What did we have? The shit that Mr. Anderson had control of. He can appear anywhere and come and zap that shit, right?
Indeed.
Right. And then we had the shit before the robots and shit broke, and we had Zion.
Yes. A safe space. Exactly. That was decentralized.
That was decentralized.
Right. Zion is decentralized, and the matrix is all centralized.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what we're dealing with right now. So I'm not sitting here telling you DeFi gonna be here 5 years, 10 years from now. I'm not gonna say you on no dream. All I'm telling you is that in 3 years, we could touch 3 mil if we just start with 10K today or 5K.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and today meaning like within the next 6 months. That's what today means. If you can apply this pressure. And then I'm sitting here, so most people that are selling you on investment, they're selling you on a concept of invest this. Start off with $3,000, $2,500, $20,000, $40,000. But you know where most of us come from. You know where most of us come. Most of us, man, look, I got what I got to survive tomorrow. I can't listen to this nigga with the pearl hat or the pills talk about it doing an investment. And that's all I have right now. So I have another thing. The fourth thing I'm showing you is how to secure income to go and produce this. Whether you don't even need a college degree. All you need is a GED minimum. And I have a capital offense. And I can get you some income to plant seeds into these investments. Mark my words, this is my timestamp. This is my Kanye shit.
Right.
I'm a Gemini, right? So as of today, I have 20 employees. I made a blood promise that December 5th, follow the plan, and I'm keeping track of everything I'm telling them to do, and they make sure they follow it. If 5 of those 20 follow that's I know discipline, they're all gonna have a $500,000 by between December 10th and December 13th of next year, and they all coming out of poverty. All of them under the age of 26 years old.
Right. The youth.
You know what I'm saying? Because I never got no love from up top like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this brother right here been one of the few I ever seen to give other people that remind me of me a platform. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of the only OGs that's at these events of people our age. And I'm over 30 now. You know what I'm saying? People probably think that's young. But to me, I'm like, I'm somebody OG. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let them know what state you from.
I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana.
The booth. All right.
Yeah, I'm from New Orleans.
Definitely. So briefly, once again, because I don't want to miss out. What are the four topics that we're going to be covering in the workshop for the family out there? These are 4 different income streams.
4 different streams, and they all tie in together. So the very first thing I'm gonna say is for people that's looking for employment and looking to do different things to secure a income you just have to show up for. We're not talking about something I could do in my sleep, somebody just click on my phone for 10 minutes. Something that y'all used to. Y'all used to be in labor. So I'm going to show you how to benefit off your labor because none of y'all ain't been doing that.
Right.
That's called insurance adjusting. That's the first thing.
Right.
The second thing that we're going to be doing is the DeFi crypto bank and DeFi crypto trading. The third thing we're going to be doing is the futures market, where if you come and follow me inside the futures market with like what I have. Red, I didn't show Red already. Red knows what's up.
I saw it in real time, you know. I saw it in real time. It was going down.
Yeah. So I'm gonna like if you want financial freedom, you know what I'm saying, from whatever like bullshit, slave force, job, or whatever you got, I can do that in the futures market. You need to put a discipline. You gotta be disciplined. And that's futures. That's the third thing. The fourth thing is the
right.
The option side. And they all tie in together. Everything, I'm gonna tie it all in. You're not gonna never meet nobody that's tied in insurance, stocks, and options, and crypto. Like I did. Like it's so yeah, like you know. There's enough said. So tune in.
Yes, indeed, family. So like I said, my email is right here, redpillar75@protonmail. I'm going to be sending out the flyer and also the Eventbrite link to everybody on my email list. But for the family that's watching the show tonight and wish to be a part of that workshop, hit me on the email. I will send you the link so you could be able to purchase your ticket. We look forward to seeing you. Like I said, I'm about solutions. Yes.
You want me to share? You want me to share a screen with any of the like how this look like? Just
for now, we do not want to see widespread use of boosters for healthy people who are fully vaccinated, right? So, what's taking place with the quote-unquote, hold on, here we go. United Airlines, one of the first large businesses to require employees to be vaccinated against the coronavirus, said Wednesday it would impose strict limits even on workers who are granted exemptions from the rule, right? Since they announced that they would be required for employees last month, more than half of their unvaccinated employees have gotten their shots. Employees who do not get vaccinated by September 27th risk termination or unpaid leave, right? Then your boy, right, Howard fucking Stern was on the radio clowning all of the anti-vax radio hosts, the conservative ones that died. I think it's like 4 of them niggas. So he was calling them imbeciles. He was like, look, fuck them. Fuck I want to go out the house. I want to go next door and play chess. I want to go and take some pictures. This is horseshit, right? This is the Howard Stern. You know, this is how they talk. This is what he's known for. He's a shock jock. So he's going to talk breezy and whatnot. So what he's doing is he's rebel rousing, right? He's telling the quote unquote truck drivers, you know, the people, the White Walkers, the Europeans who, you know, listen to Howard Stern, the despicable me's and whatnot, the people who, you know, eat horse shit. He's giving them, he's deputizing them, giving them, they're gonna live vicariously, you know, he's gonna live vicariously through them. They're gonna spread his message. You feel me? They're gonna spread his message. So by him standing on his soapbox or his bully pulpit and start talking greasy to the unvaccinated, that's giving the green lights to his audience and whatnot. And then with Joe Biden backing him up later on that day, saying what he says, all I would say to the fam that's out there, my best advice to the family that's out there is to buckle up, my niggas, and don't take anything personal. Don't take any personal. You already know people are going to be in their feelings. You already know the people are being programmed. You already know when it comes to the Delta, I already broke that down. That's you know, on the brainwave chart, Delta is sleepwalking. Okay? Delta is brain dead. Delta is in a zombie state. So the people, it seems, and I may be offered, I don't know, I might have missed the target, but what I'm at in society is the fact that the people are now, you know, collectively, this is groupthink, this is an egregor, right? This is the mob rule and what collectively the people are moving on a zombie frequency, hard body. They're not thinking, they're not utilizing their quote unquote subconscious, they're not even utilizing you know, they're not utilizing logic. They're not doing, they're going off of emo. Niggas is emo. They're going off of emotions and whatnot. And they're going off of fear. And they're going off of what I said before, European, African American, and especially people who got green cards and visas and whatnot, American citizens. They have, especially the ones who have assimilated into Americana or American culture. This culture is about the individual. This culture is about the individual. This culture don't move like how Russia and Asia, communist countries move. This shit moves about me. It's the individual. I. Okay? So they're looking at individuals who decide that they're going to, you know, they're going to govern their own temple and they're going to be in control of their own fate. They're like, nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Fuck that. You know? Can't do that. This is a demonocracy. You know what I'm talking about? Mob rules. You feel me? If Joe Biden said you gotta get the shot, nigga, we're gonna make sure you get it. So once again, the conversation has to be had, right? I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna put some of these things up here because I'm getting mad inboxes already on Instagram, right? And I would say this: over in January. This was the first lecture. No, this was the first lecture that I did, right? Stream Chasers Presents. This was in October, right? No, we did this one. We did Strive, How to Strive and Thrive in 2021, right? That was January the 21st. Stream Chasers, right? We gave you multiple solutions. Then we did another one, How to Strive and Thrive. Right? No, that's I think. Yeah, that's the same one, right? And then we gave you this one, right? Yeah, look at your boy, kind of sharp there. In February 21, we gave you 100 streams on this workshop. 100 streams, 100 income streams, right? No cap. 100. I might have went over 100. 100 income streams. I got people that hit me on my email and on my inbox to this day. And they like, to this day, Brother Rad, Hotep, brother, salute my friend. You know, I went ahead and I applied some of that information that you were laying out, good brother. And I'm here to let you know, man, me and my wife, man, shit, we're doing so good in life, man. We done opened up 3 businesses. We got LLCs and shit, bro. Like, man, you don't understand, man. And your brother Kate, you know, they get into the whole family bloodline. But anyway, we laid it out in the workshop, right? I gave you 2 workshops, okay? And I'm not saying it on some braggadocio. I'm just laying out that, you know, the family might not be familiar with what we do or what we've done, or you may have forgot so much shit going on and whatnot. And then we gave you the digital workshop. We gave you dApps and DAOs, non-fungible tokens, virtual and augmented reality, blockchain, cryptocurrency, decentralization, and DeFi. This right here was my biggest lecture this year, right? It's the biggest one. 100 plus people in the building. This shit was huge, right? We gave you this one. You feel me? So we are doing our due diligence, right? We're doing the due diligence to prepare the family for the inevitable or for whatever comes, so you don't get, caught out there and whatnot. You feel me? So if anybody is interested in getting any one of those video on demand or those offerings or those workshops, you need to hit me on an email. I'm feeling generous. I'm on my Derek Gray shit. I'm feeling generous for like 8 hours. No, 12. I'm feeling generous for the next 12 hours. You know what I'm talking about? But that's going to change once the motherfucking sun comes up. I'm feeling generous for 12 hours. You know what I mean? Hit me on my email. We'll see bundles and all of that. I'm doing my nigga. Like, I ain't talking about weaves either. I'm doing bundle packs. But please understand, the information is timeless. It's not old. It's right there for you. So if you may have to make the executive decision to cut off the job that may have been keeping you afloat, or if you may have to make the executive decision to get up and go, shit get real, and you be like, fuck that, I got to get up out this state and whatnot, then you may have the opportunity. I'm giving opportunities. I'm giving information and whatnot. You don't got to scour the internet, and I'm not breaking nobody's pockets. I'm here to help. So tap in and let's handle this business and whatnot, because at the end of the day, bro, shit is getting real, and it's only gonna get realer. You feel me? We'll be all right. We'll get, this is a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is a test. They're testing your jaw. They're testing your faith. This is the matrix upgrading itself. It's called a great reset. What's the email? It's right under 75 at proton.com. protonmail.com, my friend. The information is right there. If anybody in the audience is part of my Stream Chasers and KTL family, please put a fire emoji if y'all was in attendance and and that information was beneficial to you and yours. You know what I'm talking about? This is about results and shit. This is about results. You feel me? At the end of the day, to this day. So, the information, right, that you could begin to utilize is going to put you in a better place, is going to give you more options. What creates stress and anxiety? The lack of options. What creates motherfuckers folding their hands and just giving in? The lack of options. You don't have nowhere to go. You don't have options. When you got options, you could talk shit. When you got options, you'll be like, I'll get back to you. But when you don't got options, you like, you know what? Just here, take my arm. Okay? I'm up for the DOA and ADAPTS lecture. Well, that was $100 initially. It's $99.99 today. Yeah, I'm feeling generous. No, I'm just playing. I'm doing that shit half off. You know what I'm talking about? Like I said, for the next 12 hours, it's a fire sale. I'm doing $100. I'm doing it half off. Nigga, it's $49.99. Okay? For the workshop, for the one in the DAPS and the DAO. But like I said, I'm doing bundles. So if you want to get you a bundle, you know what I mean? Get you a bundle. Get a bundle. Get the lecture. Book yourself a fucking what do they call that? Community center. You feel me? And play that the motherfucking projector with a room full of people. It's I'm not out here potty mouth and whatnot, so the family could watch it. Bring your friends and your family in your neighborhood or your hood or your gang, whoever your community or your network is. And do that. Get them on board. Take out a pen and a pad. Take all of that information that I'm sharing and do your motherfucking due diligence. Hit the ground running, my. You know what I'm talking about? Hit the ground running. Because at the end of the day, what we gonna do. I'm tired of sitting around and waiting. Like I said, and I've even said this before. Where I'm at, the state where I'm staying right now, there's really nothing going on. So I'm actively looking to see where am I going. I already talked to the family. You know what I mean? I already had to sit down with the wifey. You know, I'm ready to get up and move. I'm ready to get up and go to the point that if mine has to go to Africa, you know what I mean? I'm ready to make that move. You know what I'm saying? That's how serious I am about getting up out of here. You know what I mean? That's how serious I am about being somewhere where I don't have to deal with the motherfucking stress of somebody telling me I can't go into a restaurant or I can't go into some type of establishment up in that bitch, or I can't get on a plane and all of this dumb shit. I'm not trying to hear that, bro. I'm not trying to live like that. I don't even want that to be my reality, bro. I'm trying my best to get the furthest away from these motherfucking zombies as I can. Because to be honest with you, I could feel it's almost like it's clouding my vision being around people whose visions are dimming by the day. They can't see the forest for the trees. And it was already bad in these streets. It was already bad. So we need to unplug from this matrix. We need to stop, and I you know, we need to take things a little more serious. You know, I tap into a lot of channels on YouTube. 5% of the channels are talking about real solutions and they're dealing with the issues at hand. Everybody else got their thumb up their ass. You know what I'm talking about? Dealing with all kind of toxicity. Yeah, I was just in Texas. I'm really feeling Texas. I'm really feeling Texas. You know what I'm talking about? I like Texas. I shit you not. I like Texas. You know? It's a little too much barbecue for me, but I like Texas. You know what I'm talking about? And I know that if, and this is a spiritual thing. It's not even a social thing. Like, my spirit is like, nigga, you got to go somewhere. I can't sit still. My spirit keeps me up at night. Not on some worrying shit, just like heavy meditation trying to figure out the next move. My spirit is saying, yo, there's a big move around the corner. You're going to make a life choice. It's going to shift everything. The same way that when I was in Miami in 2005, my spirit was saying, this ain't it, nigga. And I told you I was living in a design district in a mini mansion. Shit that niggas will kill for in. I had a whole balcony. I with my robe on talking shit. There was no social media, so I couldn't really come true. I was living my life. And my spirit was like, this is not it, fam. You have more to do. And I wound it up in fucking Harlem, 125th Street, next to Sonetta, and Jack Felder and Dr. Felder, rest in peace, and Brother Sutek, doing community service. Doing community service for damn near a decade and change. Because like I said, and I tell people before, that wasn't a paid gig, my nigga. I didn't go out there to get, nobody paid me to be out there. Nobody was fucking greasing my palms. I didn't on fucking t-shirts and doing videos on my lunch break. You know what I mean? That wasn't like being on South Beach. You know what I'm talking about? Getting a motherfucking massage, nigga. You know what I mean? And sipping, and that wet willy sipping on the fucking, call a cab, nigga. That was a stark contrast from where I was at to where I wound it up. But when I got there, the spirit that had me up all night was like, okay, this might be the best place. And to be honest with you, it was really the mother of my son that solidified it for me. When I locked in with her, I was like, I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm talking about? And then she got pregnant, and it was a fucking wrap. You know what I mean? And I was committed to being there for my little man who started high school today. My son is 13. I'm not nervous about that, but, you know, so there's a lot of thoughts going on in my head because I know what I was on when I was 13. You know, But you know, it is what it is. These children these days is different. You know what I mean? They didn't have to. They don't go through what we was going. They not going through the same shit. You know, I was in the Wu-Tang era. If you go and watch the fucking Wu-Tang series, nigga, when we was 13 in the 90s, or what was I? Yeah, like it was 1990s. Yeah, early 90s. Like shit was different. Shit was different. These children are a little entitled. You know what I mean? They got shit good. And they're not struggling. Don't let no little nigga tell you that they're struggling. They're lying. You know what I'm talking about? Unless the parents are really not on their job. You know? They way different. I couldn't even talk slick to my pops, yo. He would knock he would knock my block off. These little niggas be talking slick out of the side of their necks. You know what I'm talking about? Are you serious? These children different. You know? So, but yeah, like that same spirit, that same voice, that same, rumbling and whatnot is keeping me up at night. It's having me with anxiety because I don't know where the next move is. I'm really not 100% sold on that shit. And I'm traveling to different places and I'm trying to fill it out and I'm like, this ain't it. This ain't it. You know what I'm talking about? It has to be somewhere else. What's calling me? Like, where the fuck is calling me? I don't know. You know? But I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure this shit out. And when I figure it out, I'll let y'all know. You know? They have real in sports. Yeah, you know. Shit different, you know, the playing field is different. The board has been reshuffled, the cards are reshuffled. You know, come to Katy, Texas. Nah, I'm good. Shit going down in Katy, Texas. I'm kind of good on that. You know what I'm talking about? I am not in New York. Somebody said get out of New York. My nigga, I've been out of New York. Let's not even. They have free access to porn. Now that's different. Yeah, I mean, shit, we have free access too. Who you talking about? Where was you at? You know what I mean? We have free access. They just got it on their phone. You know? Somebody said Africa is just as messed up. I know, like, I'm not 100% sold on Africa. No offense to my niggas in Ghana. Shout out to all of my Africans out there doing what they do, you know? But I'm not 100% sold. Not yet. Not yet. You said make a smart city? True. Come to Kenya? Right. What are my views on Detroit? When I went to Detroit, it was lit. I love Detroit. I went for the STEAM conference back in 2006. When I went to Detroit, I went there with expectations and it exceeded the expectations. I saw some shit. I saw the dark side of Detroit later that day. But when they initially brought us there, they brought us into an enclave of some black entrepreneurs, young black entrepreneurs who had a strip. They had a food shop. They had an antique shop. The shit was beautiful to me, bro. I love the energy in Detroit. Real talk. North Carolina, I ain't gonna hold you. That's been calling me. You know, that's been calling me. The Carolinas have been calling my name. I will not. I shit you. The Carolinas have been calling my name. You seen Ghana wilding on each other in the name of Pop Smoke? What that mean? They drilling? Biden said that he want to be the world, the Jabberwocky for the world. They gonna try. They are gonna try. You know, they're gonna try. And East Africa is it? I'm definitely gonna visit the continent. Don't get it fucked up. Like remember, we was supposed to be in the Congo for 20, right? We already had got booked when we went to the UK. We was with the Queen Diambi of the Congo, a real queen. Like she showed me in her phone, mad kings. She was going through her pictures. I didn't know it was that many fucking kings. I did not know that there was that many kings on the continent. You know, niggas in America is just like, they just be calling themselves kings and whatnot. So I was like, I'm just thinking everybody in Africa is just, yeah, I'm a king. I'm a king. You know, we got the king of the South and shit like that. I thought that's how they was rolling. No, they got real kings. Niggas wearing leopards and everything. You know what I'm talking about? So we was already booked to be in the motherland. This was in 2019, pre-corona, my niggas, pre-corona. You know, we didn't know this. You know, and it messed up all of our plans. So I'm definitely coming to pull up on the continent. I might just do a 3-month tour, you know what I mean, and just move around that thing with my Jamie. Ghana got a drill scene and multiple homicides. Yeah. Nigga, Australia got homicides. Ireland. Syria got a drill scene. You know what I mean? Drill is infectious. It's an egregore, right? It's an egregore. It's an imported egregore the same way that we imported gangster rap. They have Bloods and Crips on the continent. Shit like that. You know what I mean? This is just an iteration of a demonic egregore that slipped out of our latest lower self-offering that we export around the world. And guess who exports it willingly? The labels, the small hats, the people who benefit off of chaos. You know what I mean? The chaos magicians. Yeah, they spread that shit. I didn't say that Ghana wasn't a peaceful place. I didn't say that it probably is very peaceful. I got people out there. Where's Rashad McQuarrie? That's my guy. You know? That's my guy. He's out there. You know? Ghana just took in a bunch of Arabs. From Afghanistan? They rolling out the carpet for the Afghanistan. You know what I'm talking about? They rolling out the carpet. You know? It's called Coomerica. I'm gonna look that up. Montreal, Canada, the shootings are rising like crazy. The African migrants are drilling in Australia. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't make this shit up. Like, I'm not making this up. Austin, Texas. I met a sister from Austin, Texas. She sold me an edible when I was in Houston. I like Austin. You know, that's becoming the white boy tech hub. You know what I mean? South by Southwest. San Antonio is beautiful. Beautiful. You know what I mean? My daughter's mother, she was out there. She told me it was beautiful. You know, I want to have that conversation too in a minute. I'm gonna bring that up, but not just yet. I'm gonna have this conversation with the family conversation. You know, but anyway, yeah, I would prefer to go somewhere where the blickies are legal. You know what I'm talking about? Where the blickies are legal. You know, Puerto Rico is a tax haven for crypto investors. Oh, tell me more. Tell me more. I could bring my wallet. Parabolic wallets. Tell me more. You know? Canadian rapper. I mean, I seen in Toronto the body count was rising up in T-Dot and whatnot. They was out there drilling and whatnot. Then you niggas gave us Tory Lanez. Look how he acts. If that's any indication on how niggas in Toronto act, I don't even want to visit there. Yes. You know what I'm talking about? Texas is easy access to Mexico. Yeah, I could go and get my BDL, right? Go right across the border.
Yeah. You see it, nigga. You know?
Bronx drill is out of pocket now. Yeah, I know, man. I'm not feeling that. Fuck. Not feeling that. And the Bronx drill is a bunch of young niggas, too. I'm not feeling that.
You're on that one spot.
That's why I had to put my little man in private school. You know, I can't have him with the ratchets. You know, we're not doing that. You know, I'm not throwing him to the wolves. Not doing that. He's in the Bronx. He out there wilding. Huh? Puerto Rico is your next stop. You've been doing your tax research on everything down there. Oh, Idris, what up, my guy? Tracy. Yeah, you need to hit me up, Idris. I'll let your people. You know? Could we just get a compound? Put the crypto together? Could we get a compound? You know what I mean? Could we get like a creator compound? Could we get like, I want to move into like a 5-bedroom incubator or an accelerator where everybody's a creative and we about that bread, digital nomad type shit. Everybody's grinding and whatnot. I can't be around nobody that's not on their super duper, you got to be on your earn your leisure type of game. Like, niggas got to be day traders, night traders. You know what I'm talking about? You know, you got to be making Seymour soap, shit like that. Like, we need something like that. We need a community to mimic Black Wall Street. You know what I'm talking about? Where everybody is skillful and talented and getting busy. We're not worrying about what we don't have. We're not worrying about nothing. You know what I mean? Because we know that we could create everything that we need. I said, and I'm not going to be talking ahead of myself because I had just got an inbox from a sister who's very spiritual, who I respect her spiritual advice. And she told me to finish the book, niggas. This is the Facts Initiative. She told me to finish the books. In the initiative, it has everything that I've been on these microphones talking about. And to be honest with you, the way the whole Biden and the administration is acting out,